Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. You know, the Greens are a bit like some little pop starlet from the late 90s. Had a couple of hits, a number one, and is now sitting a long time later trying really desperately to remain relevant, saying awful things, making sure the press are there when, there's a boob escape and things like this, because they are desperate for that adulation and public recognition. And that's very much like the Greens, because now that they're out of government, they need desperately to remain relevant. They need to be taken seriously. But of course, nobody does. They're done. They're a busted flush. Everyone has seen how awful they are, how toxic they are, what a danger to children they are, especially the likes of Harvey and the maggot Chapman. And they've basically lost it. But they have this inner drive that they must remain important and that people must continue to listen to them, for they are the wise ones. They're not, but they think they are in their heads. And so to this end, Geoffrey has come out and said something quite extraordinary. And I think you're going to enjoy what she's said, because it's absolute sheer and utter claptrap. I think you'll probably want to hit the like button. And I don't blame you. This one's quite good. And while you're hitting that like button, if you're yet to subscribe, now's an excellent time. There's going to be busy over the next few months with all the things that are happening. You won't want to miss it. But you certainly won't want to miss what Lorna Slater is saying. Poor old Geoffrey. Not very bright. Here goes. So, we'll use opposition role to deliver on climate action, says Lorna Slater. They couldn't do anything when they were in government. What possible chance have they got of doing it when they're consigned to the back benches and no one is ever going to listen to them again? No one is going to ask them their opinion again. Nobody cares. They are absolutely mental. As the leader of a minority government, John Swinney will have no choice but to work with other parties. He will need to decide what that means for his agenda. Will he lead a progressive pro-independence government like his predecessors, or will he retreat away from that vision? Now, this is a piece by Lorna Slater. Now, will he work with other parties? Yes, he will. Will he struggle? No, he won't. Why not? Because one only has to look at what has happened throughout the length of this parliament. Labour have voted with the SNP on about 70 to 75% of all things proposed. Most votes have gone through. Most SNP things have gone through. And it wouldn't have mattered if the Greens voted against it, because Labour have voted for it. And so if you follow that logic, then going forward, about 70% say of things will go through because Labour voted for it. And there's going to be other things where Labour don't like it, but maybe the Tories could go along with it. And so maybe there's a few things where the Tories are prepared to go along with something and vote, well, okay, we don't like that bit, take that bit off and we'll give you the rest of it. And that might happen. So I foresee easy 80, 85, possibly a little bit more of things going through as it is without the Greens. The Greens really overestimated their importance. When it actually came to it, Labour voted so many times, and there's going to be things where the Tories will go as well. So legislation will still get through. This is the thing. So Lorna Slater is sitting there in a complete delusional world where she thinks that now that the Greens are in the back benches, they're still needed. They're still important. And it's quite clear that they're not. There may be one or two votes where it is needed, and then it might be some. And the irony being, it might be one of those environmental votes, say, where they would normally go, "Oh yes, that's a good idea, and we'll vote for it," but out of spite, may even vote against it. This is where these people are. They're complete lunatics, aren't they? Anyway, just continue what she's saying. She said, "For our part, the Scottish Greens will use our role in opposition to do what we've always done, to work positively and constructively to deliver climate action and build a fairer and more equal future. You have done nothing that delivers climate action. Ever since you've got in, you've done bugger all for the climate. You've done social change, pushing agendas, gender this, gender that, gender something else, sexualizing children, Maggot Chapman wanting kids to become, little boys become girlish for the older men in her party, that kind of thing. That's all you've done. The only things you've really kind of pushed at that, environmental, in your words, were a failed DRS that you crashed, Lorna Slater. You had a fishing area that was rejected by all, not based on any scientific evidence, just simply, let's have 10% randomly chosen for no reason whatsoever, just simply so we can be virtuous and show that we did something that would have utterly decimated, and in that case, actually accurately so, decimated the Scottish fishing industry for no gain whatsoever. You want to destroy the Scottish oil and gas industry for supposedly saving the world, and yet haven't explained how, you're going to then juxtapose that position with having to move oil in from all over the world at great expense, time, trouble and energy burn, because we're still going to need the oil because you haven't come up with an alternative. So don't cut the cod with that one, you stupid bint. Anyway, says, we will support them when they are delivering progressive policies that protect our environment and help tackle child poverty. You're the one who cut down 16 million trees to put bird choppers up. And as for child poverty, your policies are making people poorer, driving more children into poverty. When you take away jobs and cut growth, more and more people go into poverty, and that increases it for children. You stupid woman. These people, I can't get over how absolutely dumb they are. She says, we'll always stand up for what we believe in. Yes, but what you believe in is awful, disgusting, degenerate, perverted, weird, and 9 times out of 10, dumb. But you're still going to stand up for it. Look at the people you're surrounding yourself with. The deviant imp, gross Rhea, Maggot Chapman. And you put yourself in the middle of them and say, these are my friends. You really, Lorna, should be distancing yourself from these people. These are all going to end up in prison, and you with them if you don't, distance yourself and go back to Canada. Do us all a favour. I suppose the only problem is Canada don't want you either. She says, I'm very proud of what we've achieved in government. You haven't achieved anything. Not one thing. You have done nothing. There is not one thing that you've achieved in government. Not a single... Tell me, people, down in the comments, please tell me, because I can't think of a single thing, what she's achieved. Well, other than highlighting exactly the awfulness of the Greens. Other than that, what has she achieved? She's cost Scotland at least 100 billion. Billion. No, 100 million. At least 100 million. Could be as high as £1 billion. I can't count. But yeah, at least £1 billion, let's say, in all the screw-ups, cock-ups, fuck-ups that is possible to make in one woman's short political career. She needs to be gone. She is incapable. She is inept. She is stupid. And she thinks she's virtuous. The damage she's caused will probably take 20, 30 years to fix. But in her weird, warped, self-delusional mind, she's on the side of the angels. Hell's angels, maybe, but certainly not done anything for the betterment of people, society, the country, the economy, the world. Anyway, I shall stop there. We'll come up and we'll round off the video. God help us all. Things I've achieved. My arse. Now here's a funny thing. She is given this ability, this platform to write in the Edinburgh Evening News, as you've just seen. Now, she's only probably got that because she was a minister. Now that she's not a minister, now that she's a nobody, a backbench nobody, will they continue allowing her to have a gropey little say? Or will she be consigned to the dustbin of history and they'll get someone else in to come and do like a weekly column or something? No, Lorna, please do go away. We don't need you anymore. Nobody listens to you. Nobody cares. Seems all right to me. Anyway, we'll leave that. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment. Please share the video, and I will speak to you later. Bye.